So today I wanted to talk to you all about identity and what I believe a lot of folks are kind of going through right now, and that being kind of like imposter syndrome and identity crisis. If you're in your 30s in particular, and you're finding yourself questioning everything about this world, about life right now, know that you're not the only one. It's rough. It's really rough where we live in a world now where we're constantly questioning who we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be going, what to study, just anything and everything we're questioning, and we're overstimulated. We're looking at AI taking over lots of things in our lives, and I think that for the first time ever, a lot of us are kind of questioning what the point is of a lot of things right now, specifically. And I don't want to sound depressing, but what is the point of working hard anymore? I feel like the fact that we've normalized needing 2 to 3 jobs in order to survive, to just pay $2,000 a month on rent, and a couple $100 a month on groceries, and $100 on internet and cell phone and car and gas and going out, and you can't even live anymore. You can't do the things that you want just because you want to do them. You're budgeting, you're constantly, tooth and nail trying to figure crap out, and nothing feels enjoyable anymore. You want to try to do things for yourself, but you feel bad about doing it. You want to work in a job that you like, but it doesn't pay enough. And then when you do find a job, it's not one that you like. And then you're working, 40 or more hours a week just to survive. You're taking on another job. You're trying to, whatever it is, it's like nothing is ever enough. And we're constantly on all the time. And that's the way that I've been feeling a lot lately, where I just feel like nothing I'm doing is good enough. That I feel stuck. I feel like there's no point to any of the things that, or any of the actions that I'm taking in life. And I'm seeing a lot of content lately, and I think it's pretty much the algorithms that are pushing it based off what I'm seeing or interacting with. But what's the like struggle culture? But I feel like it's becoming the norm, where people are really finally speaking up, and they're going on social media and they're talking about how hard things are, especially for us millennials and Gen Zers right now, that are trying to find their place in the world, that they feel like they've been lucked out or cashed out of the world, where they can't afford anything, they can't create anything. It's just, we're just these cogs in a machine that produce nothing, that you're replaceable, that I don't know, like I'm at a loss for words right now, because I just think this world is not going in a good direction. I went to university, got an education. I feel like it's worthless. There's so many people that have gotten an education. There's so many new students coming out of school unable to find jobs because of how bad the job market is right now. And they're living at home. I'm 33. I moved back home. Do I like it? No. And on top of it is I got debt. I've got no money in my savings. And I feel like I'm getting to the point where it's just like, fuck it. Like, that doesn't mean I'm going out spending my money frugally and on just random things, but I'm just finding myself saying, well, shit, I can't afford a house. I can't do anything to move forward. I'm just gonna enjoy the moment. I feel like I'm just like doing my best just to say, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna live my life. But then it hits me sometimes where it's like, well, how am I gonna retire? How am I going to buy a home? Where am I going to be living at my dad's for the rest of my life? How can I provide to a future partner with where I'm at currently? So it's like, do I go back to school? Do I take on another job? Do I start a side business or another side business or side hustle, online content creation? Constantly just on all the time. And that's where that whole identity crisis comes in, because you're like, who the heck am I supposed to be? And I'm seeing so many people the younger people that are like, hey, I'm just finishing school, and they're chasing after the thing that they love, but they don't only realize that that thing that they love does not pay enough for them to live in the world that we live in today. So you ask yourself, what is the point? What is the point of doing something that you love if it doesn't even pay enough? And I'm in Canada. Okay, and Canada is probably one of the most expensive places to live in terms of how much you're taxed, the cost of living, and it's not easy. It's not. We're taxed out the wazoo here, and I'm just at a place right now where it's like, I don't know who I'm supposed to be. Do I go back to school? In what? What do I do that I'm going to like? Am I doing it for the money, or am I doing it because I enjoy it? If I'm doing it because I enjoy it, does that joyfulness or thing that I'm doing, is it going to pay enough to survive? Because I don't care what anyone says. You got to like your job, but you also have to be paid enough to be able to survive in Canada. Okay, so it's like, what do I go back to school for? How much is it going to cost? How much more is it going to put me into debt? Is it AI proof? Is it recession proof? Is it going to lead me to a better outcome? Because look, I went to university, I got a bachelor's, and I'm making peanuts right now in comparison to what I was making prior. Okay, I went into real estate. I spent thousands of dollars trying to make a career in real estate. It is a tough business. If you don't have a large network of people, it's a sales job. Yes, you can meet people, absolutely, but it requires a large network to be successful. I burned thousands of dollars trying to make that work. It didn't work. I tried it. Yes, I can put that under my belt saying, hey, you know what? I did it. At least I know. But at the end of the day, it's still something that didn't work out. And there's this fear. It's like, okay, it's not like I can go back to school and say, hey, well, you know what? I tried it. No, I'm going to be 40 by the time the school's done. And I'm going to add another $8,000 of debt? Like the trade-off doesn't seem worth it anymore in society, where you say, hey, I'm dedicated to this, I'm going to put my money, unless you're becoming a doctor, a lawyer, an electrical engineer, I would say even computers, like IT or computer engineering or anything like that. With AI, like I was looking at cybersecurity. As much as I'm interested in it, is it worth it? How much is AI going to start taking over jobs in the cybersecurity sector if it isn't already? I'm looking at HVAC. The waiting list for anything in trade right now is huge, like 2 to 3 year wait list, especially where I'm located, because there's such a high demand for people wanting to go back into trades to make money and not work a 9 to 5 corporate job. And then you're hearing about people trying to do their apprentices and they're not able to find places, and it's a constant, it's just a vicious circle that just keeps going over and over and over, and you're like, how am I going to get ahead? What can we do? And this is the point where I'm just like, at this point in time, I'm just like, I'm trying to do the best that I can. I see people that I know. I have some friends that are well off, and they're getting married. They're on their second marriages. They have houses. They're looking at a second house, and it's just like, wow, I fucked up. Where did I go wrong? At what point in my 20s should I say, hey, you know what? This is my job. I should buy a place. And because after the pandemic, you're fucked, Steve. You won't be able to afford anything. You won't be able to do anything with your life if you don't do it now. Had I known that this is the way the world would have been, then things would have been very different. But it's if this is something that you're going through and you're feeling the same way, then please let me know. Let's have a discussion about this. This channel is not to be a negative place. It's a place to vent. It's a place to talk about our frustrations, to connect, and hopefully try to make the world a better place. Because I found, especially in my 30s, trying to find people that I can relate to and connect to has been hard in person. But when I go online and I've connected with so many great people, I feel like this is the only place to do it now these days, especially when you're in your 30s. And I just feel like this isn't life. This isn't where things should be going. And I'm tired of feeling guilty that I haven't done enough. I feel like I'm literally at this point where it's like, well, you went to college, you went to university, you're an idiot. Good for you. You spent thousands of dollars getting an education that means jack shit. Own companies, they don't give a crap about you. They don't need you anymore, they'll fire you. it's so it yeah, I'm just constantly living in this state of perpetual fear. Even if I'm working right now, it's just like, is it enough? And it isn't. It just isn't. Um, and this is where every day I'm waking up, it's like, who am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to do? And then you go on social media, and I talked about this in my last video about deleting it because I found myself being like, oh, I need to do this, and this person's saying do that, and oh, this person's selling a course, and they're gonna show me how to make $10,000 a month. Oh, lo, 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 lo. Oh, I'm just trying to live, man. I'm just trying to live. At this point, I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm just coasting. But it's sad because I feel like one day I'm gonna wake up and I'll look at myself in the mirror and be like, "Wow, look at you! Look, this is the life that you lived. Are you happy?" And I want to live a life that I'm fulfilled by. And I still feel like I'm figuring that out. Um, so let's hopefully figure this out together.